Hello everyone, my name is Domiji and welcome to Pumpkin Eater. This game is about 40 minutes long. I saw it on Steam for about $1.99 and I was like, interesting. It has a lot of positive reviews. And yeah, we're about to start. It's a 40-minute game, so this is about to be a full game through. I'm not about to break this up. I'm not about to do that. Ain't no point. So here we go. Let's get into it. Let's get it! This is like a reading game, so I'm going to be reading to you. Graphic visuals are enabled by default. Okay, it's recording. I'm sorry. I had to make sure. Graphic wait. I'm sorry. Because I don't got the time for this BS yet. So, let's get here. Pop up here. Let's make that 20 now. And let's turn that down. Turn that brightness up. Alright. Here we go. Graphic visuals are enabled by default. To censor it, go to preferences. This will not affect the narration. Nobody knew how it happened. That sounds like a screech from a car. Okay. A boy, barely reaching double digits in years, was lying dead in the driveway. Gray and red pulp was painted everywhere. Back the car up! Back the car up already! How did he get under there? Laying down to draw? Some freak force of nature? I'm trying, woman! This is awful narration, I'm sorry. An innocent life was taken too soon and too violently. Was it the will of some cruel god? Don't put God into this. A woman ran to the body, attempting to reattach fragments of the jaw back to the skull. One figure jumped out of the car in pursuit while the other was frozen in place outside. She had watched the full event unfold in front of her. Baby, speak to me, please. He's dead. No, he's not. Look, he's still moving. Don't you hear him crying? You've gone mad. You've gone deaf. We need to save our son. There's still hope left. Drive him to the hospital. His brains are all over the pavement. He has already left this world. No, he hasn't. You're a liar. Help me. But, now, if you care about me and your children, he can't stay out here like this. Bring him inside before the neighbors come. We'll deal with this later. It's okay. It's okay. You can hug me tighter, darling. We didn't mean it. He's still alive. Mommy, what's going on? Don't worry. There's a little accident. But everything's going to be okay, I promise. We should replace his head, quick. Our guide and a pumpkin should be the best size. The father's like, bro, this nigga, you just need to go. At this point, I'm gonna be real. Take him to the hospital. I mean, what can y'all do to honestly, like, save this kid? There's nothing y'all can do. Let's just keep it above. Alright. Peter, pumpkin eater, had a wife but couldn't keep her. He put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well. Oh. A rhyme. Here we go. The mother stood panting and admiring her creation, wiping off any blood from her hands into the apron. It was a little crude, yes, but it worked better than she expected. Ooh. Outside, the father stared into the sky while the daughter couldn't look away from the driveway mess. Her head hurt from crying her heart out. It's going to rain soon. It'll wash everything away, as if nothing happened. Are you affected, sir? Bro, that's your son, sir. Dad. Pops! Are we really not going to do anything? I'll think of something. Daddy is tougher than you think. For now, cue me your mother by going along. I'll be hosing down the driveway. I'm scared. I hate this. The father reassuringly patted her on the shoulder. Though he was a man of few words, the father did love his wife. But most importantly, he loved his image. This is what you're worried about? Your image? Wow! You're whack! 9 times out of 10, I'm betting that he's gonna cheat on his wife. Watch this. His wife's gonna go crazy. I'm predicting this whole game that his wife's gonna go crazy, and bro, she's gonna kill her husband, and because he's cheating on her. Because he cares about his image more than he cares about his kids or his family, but whatever. Alright, he didn't want his family to be branded as miscreants. They just had committed vehicular manslaughter. Some of my lips a little dry. You know, sometimes when your lips be dry, you gotta lick your lips. There had to be a way to disposing the body. Wow! Dinner is ready, you two. Please come inside. Could you imagine going in the house and you just see this nigga like, you just see this, he's just like this. Bro, look at the, bro, he's dead. He is dead. This kid is dead. Oh my gosh. Please. Mom. Huh. Anyway, the two were greeted by the son who was sitting in the grandpa's old wheelchair. The most bizarre sight, however, was the pumpkin in place of the human head, its face carved into the welcoming grin. One could still see the remnants of the original crushed head within the holes. See? The head looks just like him. He said he likes his chair, but wishes it wasn't so squeaky. There, could you do me a favor and purchase some oil tomorrow? Of course. Well, everyone, don't just stand there catching flies. Let us wash our hands and begin dinner prayer so we can eat. This is freaky. Daughter, call the police. This is a sign. This is a red flag. This is a red flag. This is a red flag. There was little talk at the table. What was there to say anyway? Despite the gloomy atmosphere, the mother was unusually lively. Why was she lively? Did she plan this? Here comes the airplane. That's a drain. Stupid. She was spoon feeding him. The daughter grimaced at her, shoving mashed potatoes to her son's mouth. The girl looked at the father for guidance, but he did not return her gaze. Bro, the nigga, bro was like, I don't really care about my son. We can make another one. He said, we got enough seated. Shut up. You're right. Shut up. The daughter focused her attention back to the food on her plate. It smelled good, but the meat resembled an awful lot like her brother's. Yikes. She heaved. After silently washing the dishes with her mother, the daughter headed straight to bed. She had no energy left in her. Bro, this nigga's not sleeping in here with me, bro. I'm sorry. Bro's dead. He slumped. Okay, let's just keep it 0 on that while the nigga's dead. It's rude to leave your brother at the table, you know. He's going to sleep in here with me? Right, like, bro, mom. He's dead. Of course. Why wouldn't he? You two have always shared the bedroom. Yeah, but the nigga was alive before. He's dead now. Girl. Why is he so hard to move? His joints are all locked up. I swear he was so much more relaxed this afternoon. Ma'am! Using all her strength, the grumbling mother laid her son in the bed. She first tucked in the son and then the daughter, making sure to kiss each of their foreheads. Sweet dreams, you two. Good night, Mom. I would be scared of Mom too. With the flick of the switch, the room fell into darkness. Even the daughter's back turned, she knew those carved eyes were born into her. Day one. Is the son gonna come back to life? He gonna be a walking corpse. Is Zombieland? You said it's Zombieland? Interesting. Have a good day at work. Remember what I've told you. Remember what I told you. Well, remember what I told you. I'm trying to get a good voice for him. It's not working though, okay? I'm sorry. Remember what I've told you. Dear, that is final. Wake up, it's time for school. Her brother was still laying in bed, so it wasn't a nightmare after all. As per usual, the mother tied the daughter's bow blue, her favorite color. Your brother needs to stay at home for a while so he can recover from his injuries. Listen, whatever you do, don't tell anyone what happened yesterday. It will be our family's little secret. Do you understand? No, I don't understand. Listen, daughter. As soon as you get to school, tell your parents. Tell the teachers, okay? Tell the teachers. Talk to them, please. Communicate. They need to know what's going on. I'm glad you're so well behaved. Mommy and Daddy are trying their best despite our predicament. Yeah, because you know he's dead. You psychopath. The girl shuffled off towards the school bus, completely bewildered at her mother's nonchalant attitude. After waving the daughter goodbye, the older woman returned to the house. Only the mother and son remained. Thankfully, his body had loosened up again, and it was easier to carry him out of bed into the wheelchair. Bro, look at his skin. He looks sick, bro. Don't get full of yourself. You still have to study at home. Oh, don't give me that look either. You little puppy dog eyes are my weakness. Today was typically the day she spent cleaning the entire house. Despite her being a stay-at-home mother, it was a full job taking care of the estate, not to mention her family. She pulled out the vacuum cleaner several hours of She pulled out the vacuum cleaner. Several hours of busy work would be good to take her mind off of yesterday's events. Yeah, you're aware. She's aware. I know she's aware. Are you thirsty? Would you like me to bring you a drink? I'm sorry, this music is crazy. You're not? That's fine. If you need anything, just call me and I'll be there in a jiffy. It was a lovely day today, and her son could use some fresh air. Yeah, the dead body could use some fresh air. The mother pushed him out in the veranda behind the house. It faced the family's pumpkin patch, so no nosy neighbors could see him. Humming, the mother entered a comfortable, clean rhythm, letting all worries slip away. The sky suddenly opened up, and the mother was glad for sun and rain. Their pumpkin patch desperately needed it. Wait, her son was still outside. Dang, imagine forgetting about your dead son in the backyard, just catching the rain, just getting some fresh air. Imagine. The mother dragged him inside and threw several towels on him. She pressed against him, drying him as fast as she could. What a fool she was, taking him outside. Oh my gosh. Can you read? I can read. I'm sorry. I get a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie. What a fool she was. Taking him outside really was a bad idea. She promised herself she wouldn't slip up like that again. Oh dear, your clothes are soaking wet. I can't have you catching a cold. I'm going to have to change them if that is alright with you. God is like, hey yo. Dinner was again silent. Usually the daughter was the chattiest, bragging forever about what she had learned in the school or in her books that day. Now she was poking her stew. I would be too. I wonder if the death smell has gotten to them yet, or if they smell it. It takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. The daughter refused to respond. Huffing in annoyance, the mother turned her attention to the husband. Your son and I had a great time together. He was very quiet. He did complete his required reading. I consider that a great progress. I'm headed to the bar. He said, I'm headed to the bar. Dear. We haven't finished yet. I'll be back soon. Slamming the door. Goodness gracious. Good gracious. I'm sorry. Let me read normally. After dinner and his cleanup, the mother and daughter went their separate ways. This is terrifying. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a little creeped out. I'm not gonna say terrifying. The mother fell fast asleep, but in the daughter's bedroom. The girl was looking for any sign of life in her brother. You getting this close to this nigga? He just like, that's awful. Pale skin, dry blood around his neck, and the burgundy discoloration in the arms and hands wasn't just human. She reached out for his arm. Touching her brother was a familiar occurrence. Play fighting, sharing food, and interacting with him as any sibling would. Even if the two had spent hours in snow, she had never touched a person so cold before. Daughter shrunk back. She lacked the heart to continue calling him her brother. The figure tucked gently into the bed. Oh my God, can you read? The figure tucked gently into the bed wasn't it. Without a word, she pulled the covers over the body. That's terrifying. How can you touch that dead body? That's a little gross. It's school time. When the daughter awoke, she found the body back to leering at her. The blanket must have slipped off during the night, uncovering the head once more. A fly landed on the pumpkin. Hello, who is it? Yes, I am the mother. Yes, ma'am, I assure you everything is fine with my son. He's been feeling a little under the weather lately. Thank you, but goodbye. The teacher on the phone sounded incredibly displeased. Timeliness and attendance had always been on one of the family virtues, so the mother was quite embarrassed. You should be. You should have called the police. You should have reported it. That would be a logical thing to do. Talking about reputation, nigga. Your son is dead. We're not talking about reputation. We're talking about burying him and letting his body go to peace. Yeah. In addition, the mother felt guilty for not informing the teacher about her son's absence ahead of time. But her husband kept instructing her not to speak about her son's accident. Was this intentional? Mom did not return that night. To help alleviate the awkwardness, the mother attempted some small talk. I'm telling you, brother, father's cheating. Father got him a side chick. So, how was your day today? Anything fun? Kind of. Was dinner to your liking? You need to eat your vegetables to grow big and strong. I guess. Your brother was telling me a funny story today about how you two accidentally broke a vase playing tag. You were so horrified you ran out of the house and climbed a tree to hide. He tried to save you by climbing the tree, but ended up getting stuck there too. You two must have been up there for an hour by the time your father and I came home from the grocery store. I swear, you kids are always up to mischief whenever your parents are out of the house. The mother chuckled and spoon-fed some more broccoli to the son. Bruh, that broccoli ain't going nowhere. The house was starting to smell. It was musty, like meat starting to spoil. The daughter knew exactly what was causing the odor, and it made her stomach churn. After dinner, we could put on the radio. The Lone Ranger might be on. You like cowboys, don't you? No, not really. I'm heading to bed. I'll take that L. Fine, then. Your brother and I will enjoy the program without you, Miss Grumpy Pants. Are you unfazed that you're... I think she's just being delusional. Or maybe she's acting like she cares that her son is dead to put off that she cares, but she really doesn't care. That wouldn't make sense. The mother's first tags of the day, after sending the daughter and her husband off, was to attend to her son. She hadn't noticed it before, but certain areas of child's skin were discolored. It had the same green and blue hues of a bruise, but the eerie marbling patterns were nothing like she had seen before. At least it was paint. Were you playing with Marcus? No, I wasn't! Pulling out a sponge, she washed the spot, but it refused to scrub off. Oh, I wonder why. She retrieved her makeup kit to cover up the blemishes. Tomorrow, she will look for a stronger cleaner for his skin. What you gonna get, bleach? She gonna get acid. Straight acid, burn his body, put his ashes in a vase. Anyway, sweetheart, could you pass the salt to your brother? He looks like he needs some. Thought I hesitated. But he's... okay. I appreciate you being so well behaved. Your brother's injury. Since your brother's injury, it makes mommy's job a little easier. Don't worry, he will be back to running around with you in no time. Again, the father did not return for dinner. The daughter was beginning to think that he had run away for good. She did not blame him, but why couldn't he take her away with him? I'm saying. As the woman was cleaning up, the door flung open. It was father. The girl's nose crinkled at the heavy liquid smell coming from him. Hick. Home. Heading to bed. No dinner needed. It took you long enough. I'm not happy. Our son needs you right now. I don't want to hear your nagging, woman. The daughter sprinted into her room before she caught into that crossfire. She could already hear the screaming in the parents' room, knowing her mother. This could take hours. Like several days before, the siblings found themselves staring at each other in the bed. Why are you just turning around and Tisha be like, what's good? She just in bed. She just slumped like this. And she just and she just staring at this pumpkin. I mean, I don't blame her though. That smell has to be disgusting. It was becoming tough to look at him. The foulness of the scent made her eyes burn like moldy salami. She felt to suppress a tremble as she noticed the white fuzz growing in the vegetable's eyes. She felt nothing but sympathy for the corpse. He deserved the proper burial like Grandpa, not kept around in this desecrated state. Brother, are you in heaven? Are you at peace now? Daughter's a cool character. I like Daughter. Daughter's cool. The entire family was keeping to themselves in the living room. The father was reading a newspaper, the daughter playing with Jax, the son sitting silently in the corner, and the mother frantically running around, spraying as much bug spray as she could. Ugh, these flies, there are flies everywhere. I'm sick of their buzzing. I'm worried that all the noise is bothering our son. He needs as much sleep as possible to recover. Dear, do you think something went bad in the pantry? If you help me move some boxes, I can clean it out today. Father's like, bruh, come on, bro. What do you think that smell is? What do you think the smell is? She probably think it's her musky panties or something. Father threw his newspaper on the floor. I'm tired of playing pretend. You're taking this too far. What do you mean you're taking this too far? As I'm disposing his body properly. I'm digging a grave and you will not stop me. Without hesitation, he left the room and returned with the shovel. He grabbed the wheelchair. Ooh. The mother also launched onto it, pulling it to her side with all her might. Yeah, you're not winning that. Oops, return. Left and right, the bloated body was just between the parents, almost ready to topple over his seat. No, leave him alone. You can't take him like this. Yes, I can. He's our son. Stop scaring him. For heaven's sake, woman. Gosh darn woman, you blazing woman. He's green and smells like sewage. Oh my. I'm sorry. Take two. He's green and smells like sewage. Does that sound normal to you? This nigga is still thinking about his image. You're not mourning over this son. He's dead. The wife, she'll always listen to the husband. Oh, he kind of sexist. Don't be foolish. Once he's buried in the pumpkin patch, we shall never speak of this again. A couple inches to the right, the china glass would have blinded him. Don't you dare take him away from me! Her outburst was completely uncharacteristic to the father and daughter, and it shocked them. Who or what had possessed the mother? Please, we can get you some help. You're being hysterical. The mother opened a nearby drawer and grabbed a large knife. She was a good cook and knew the cutlery well. The woman looked terrified, shakingly holding that knife, but wholly prepared to strike in defense. This music continues. It's the build-up. I will die before ever letting my children get in harm's way. Jesus Christ, this is like crazy. Oh, you like a huge. You're in danger. You're a danger to us. I'll do it. I'm not afraid to do it. The father dropped the shovel, backing slowly away until he's trapped against the wall. Unfortunately for him, the mother closed the distance between the two. That's right. You were the one who ran over him in the first place. So don't you dare lay another finger on his head, murderer. I've been following your every order, but look where that's gotten us. For the sake of our children, I think it's time you start listening to me. We're going to continue taking care of our son, because he had a nasty accent and needs our help. Do you understand? Now she said, I'm alpha. The wife raised the knife at his face. I said, do you understand? Yes, I understand. Don't hurt me. Good. Now, we're gonna have ourselves a nice little dinner. Any objections? The room stayed silent. Mother's demeanor became gentler, but she continued to grip that knife as if her life depended on it. I'm glad. Sweetheart, please follow Mommy and help her out. We're returning your brother to the bedroom. I think things are a little too loud for him around here. You two have been so inconsiderate. Excuse me? Happy birthday! Ha 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 ha. A rabbit already. Why are they happy? I'm assuming that this is, oh yeah, son. Wow, a bike! Wow, thank you! Truck, I want my left. Now I just want some rollerblades and a Game Boy. Sure thing, sport. How about if we break in after the party? Yes, please. This is the best day ever. It's the best day ever. Okay, that's enough. Daughter, can I ride it too? No way. You still need training wheels. Mom, he's being mean. Don't get too rowdy. You still haven't unwrapped the last of your presents. Who else wants another slice of cake? Me? No, why y'all giving these niggas cakes? Can we please bury this man? It ain't right. This just ain't right. This ain't cool. Bury him. Please. Oh, poor kid. Are you mad at mommy and daddy for hurting you? Oh, thank goodness. I feel so relieved. I always tell your daddy to be more careful when he's driving, but he never listens. This is actually kind of sad. The mother picked out another maggot and tossed it into the bin. It was starting to overflow, but at least she was making progress, removing the squirming creatures. I know that feels much better, doesn't it? She was a patient woman. His healing process shouldn't take much longer. 3 minutes, y'all. Day 10. I was a little late today waking you up. Please get dressed as soon as possible. Bottle after bottle, the mother used her aerosol freshener to help air out the room. Black. With her other hand, she squashed the scuttling beetle. By now, she was certain that something went bad in the pantry. Are you delusional? He's dead! Put him in the grave! If you love your son, do not keep him in this chair. Don't keep rolling the chair. Put him in the grave. Put him in the grave if you love him, please. Poor kid. She smacked the fly who was resting on top of her son's head. Oh my, I'm sorry for using the fly swat on you. Did that hurt? I bet the part of pumpkin just started to just deteriorate. So gross. While the mother was hard at work cleaning the house, the daughter nowadays avoided going inside as much as possible. I don't freaking blame you. It must stink in there. Every day when she came home, her brother's body would be happily greeting her. She just couldn't handle the rotting sights and smells anymore. The smell of his exudation was overpowering. Green and brown juices dripped from his head and soaked in his clothes. It wasn't rotting meat or spoiled milk anymore. It was death. No kids wanted to be near her either. In the corner of her eyes, she could see them gag and hold their noses, as if she was the deceased one herself. Ooh, man. I know that. Y'all know, bro. Y'all know that feeling when you be in the classroom and you talking to someone and you know your breath stink, but you don't think anyone else noticed, but they notice it, and they kind of like averting their faces every time you're like speaking in their direction. They're like, hey, what's good, Demetria? And I'm like, oh, I'm good. And they're just like, oh, that's cool, bro. That's cool, bro. Oh, you want some gum? Be like, no, sorry, I don't really like gum like that. And they're like, all right, I'm a moosey then. No, I'm not there. Anyway, woman's voice, are you sure you don't want to stay with me a little longer? I can't. I have to get back home to my wife. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, that's not the wife. Oh, that's crazy. But you've been looking so stressed recently. Is everything okay at home? I'm trying to sound a little seductive. It's not working out. I'm not gonna do this stuff. The father let out a deep sigh. Not particularly. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. I'm getting me some Kinder tonight. I haven't been treating the best lately. My wife has been so demanding, screaming at me for the littlest things. She's strutting around like she wears her pants around the house now. Well, technically she does, because she's a little crazy. You're letting her. I can't get any peace and quiet in my own room. I need to show who's boss. She can't keep pushing me around like this. I'm a man, for God's sake. I wish you luck. You can always keep calling back to me to lick your wounds. Dang, she won't eat pee-pee. Where have you been? It's rather late. Work. This late? Our son is asking about you today because you failed to show up for supper. Again, you're worrying him sick. Every single day you talk about that blasted son. I don't like how you do your job and make the money. I take care of the house and kids. Ooh, she kinda savage. Why is that so hard for you to understand? Yet you call me foolish. Ooh, silent. He was humiliated from how quickly she shut him down. At least she couldn't dictate his actions outside of the home. He berated himself for his cowardice. Yeah, you should be berated. You're letting your wife get away with this.
I am disgusted.
Bro, he's green. Take him to a morgue now. Get his body where it needs to be so he can rot in the dirt properly. This is just awful. The poor kid. Poor kid. Anyway. Darling, I'm sorry that dinner was a little rushed. Taking care of your brother was consuming most of my day today. He got a beard. He's been drinking his beer. Where's the beer belly? It was worse than rushed. More like she threw random ingredients, inedible or not, into the pot. This past week, it seemed that most of her meals were ending in a similar fate. The daughter poked the semi-charred apple with her fork. There was a maggot living in her food. Yuck. That's gross. Oh my, what have I told you about not washing your hands before you... Are you serious right now? 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 You need to wash your hands more frequently. Were you playing outside? Stop it already. How can you two continue pretending everything is normal? Yeah, tell her that it's normal. The father looked like he was in a trance, rhythmically chewing his food without a care in the world. Listen to your mother more. She is correct. It's not true. Why do you insist on talking back? You're a child. You don't understand anything. Treat your parents with some respect. Ooh, see, she got the black mom mentality. The mother began to spoon feed the body again. The spoon contents also hardly containing maggots. The milk white maggots slipped from the... You're eating this! Wow, you're weird. Okay, he's weird. Pops, you're weird. How do you care about your reputation but not care that maggots are going down your throat? Okay, we're gonna talk about something different. Alright, next. Alright, yummy, isn't it? Oh God, she was going to retch. Going to my room. I'm going to bed. Good night. Good night. I'm telling my teachers. I had enough of this. As you should. No supper for the rest of the night. Alright, cool. I'll eat at school. At this point, I'm eating at school. The daughter was forced to cart the body back to their bedroom, making sure to avoid touching his slimy body as little as possible. His abdomen, distended beyond belief, was straining to rip through his clothes. The gorging insects were taking delight in how he was a balloon ready to pop. Ooh. Who knew that the putrid horrors were trapped inside it? I'm gonna say how she could sleep in a room with them. I'll sleep outside. I'll take my chances. Who knew what putrid horrors were trapped inside him? Freaking rotten rot. The girl fell into her knees weeping. Mother kept saying everything was fine, but of course it wasn't. What did she get to return to normalcy? Whatever did she do to deserve this torture? I feel bad for this. I feel bad for the daughter. The daughter really is a victim in this situation. If only she and her brother hadn't been roughhousing that when the car came. When she looked up, the body was now facing away from her, giving her some space and privacy during her grief. Or was he facing that way? Always facing that way. She couldn't remember. Is he gonna come to life? Thank you. Of course, there would be no response, yet she still felt the urge to say something. I miss you, brother. I miss you so much. Uh-oh. Day 17. School, now.
Bruh.
Okay. We're gonna keep it moving. That's crazy. Another day, another garbage bag full of empty bug spray. The mother dabbed away any linkage from the son's body alongside with flaky adipocere. Am I saying that right?
Adipocere.
It was too much of a mess moving him in and out of the wheelchair anymore, not to mention ruining her upholstery, so she might as well clean him where he sat. Oh my God, this is sick. You need to take care of yourself more. The last time I sponge bathed you was when you were a wee baby. Not to say you're still mommy's little baby. She was frustrated with how many rags it took to maintain her son's cleanliness. He was slowly making his way through her favorite dish rags. The pelican patterned one she was using was soaked with murky browns and greens. Yo, that's yuck. That's a yuck. I'm sorry. That's just yuck. You can't clean you can't bleach those. Yeah, I'm sorry. Just get you some more. Her poor pumpkin seemed to be covered in greasy black substance. It wasn't his job to clean the stove top up. The mother dabbed harder against his arm, accidentally scratching a small section of his skin. She groans with the fluid ooze from the spot. Your sister has been refusing to help with laundry. Can you believe it? I wish she was as well behaved as you. No one else wants to spend time with dear old mom. That's why you've always been mommy's favorite. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Hello? This is the mother. What? My daughter said that? About that? Yes! Good job! Good moves. Good moves. Good moves. Good moves. About that, I think the raccoon died in the wolves. We're going to have... Yeah, she's just over... Bro, this is whack! Now the daughter's about to get bodied. Children have such vigilant imaginations. Her fist clenched. That girl. It's because school bus had long since left. The mother had to drive to school to pick her up. Bro, the mother's about to body her. They drove back inside with the daughter awkwardly fidgeting. The mother looked like she was about to blow a gasket. Okay, explain yourself. Your teacher said that you were insistent on not returning home because there's a corpse in our house. Do you know how embarrassed I was? But it's true. There are insects crawling all over him in the house. I don't know how much more I can take. I feel so sick. The mother glanced at the body. What's that, darling? She's being quite rude. Yes, I agree with you. Mom, he's dead. He will never respond. When will you do something about it? It's awful living here. What a horrible thing to say to your brother. I thought I raised you better than that. Everything has gone downhill since he died. You don't do my hair bow anymore. The food is rotten. Daddy barely ever comes home. I can't stand all the smell. I know you're still grieving, but when will you ever get it through your thick head? Oh, he just smacked the freak out of her. She's like, yeah, nigga, you have to die. Mother eyes wide at the reddening of her hand to her weeping daughter on the floor. The mother had spanked both of her children for misbehaving before, but she had never stricken their faces. You hit me. Sweetie, I didn't mean it. I don't know what's came a hold of me. You know, I'm so stressed from taking care of your brother. I don't know who you are anymore, but you're not my mom. I hate you. Oh no, here come that white people. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. Relax. In the movies. We're gonna say that. In the movies. Darling. No, you can't hide this anymore. I'm telling the police about you and my brother. He sprinted to his phone, but the mother grabbed her by her hair. Pain seared through the girl's body. You insolent child, after everything I've done for you. It hurts, mother, it hurts. You're going to rip my scalp off. The prepubescent girl had no physical power over the full-grown woman. The daughter was dragged across the wood floor, using all her strength to attempt to release herself. When the mother reached the children's bedroom, she threw the girl inside. The door locked. Let me out! I'm begging you! Mommy is so tired. The poor, wretched girl banged and banged again on the door. To no avail, the mother wasn't even listening to her. And I'm sure you're tired of arguing as well. Daddy disagreed for a while, but he eventually learned that Mommy always knows best. All we have to do is wait a bit longer until your brother heals up. You believe Mommy, don't you? No, I don't! I need to tell your father about this. He would not be pleased. No, I'm sorry. If you were truly sorry, you would have been a better sister. You can beat that now. That night, the daughter had a nightmare. Maggots covered every square inch of her body, twisting and writhing to find any way to burrow deeper. Oh my gosh, can you read? Sorry. Maggots covered every square inch of her body, twisting and writhing to find any way to burrow deeper inside. She would have screamed if her mouth wasn't equally stuffed with maggots. The white worms slithered across the remains of her tongue, bashing against the walls of her pumpkin head, trying to escape. She could feel their tiny mouths eating away at her, bite by bite. Hello, Dad. My sweet baby boy. I was checking up on you. Did I disturb your sleep? No, she wasn't her brother. Leave her alone. You haven't fallen asleep yet. Are you having trouble? I can read you a bedtime story if you would like. Which one would you want to hear? If I remember correctly, The Ugly Duckling was your favorite. She sat down next to the daughter, unaware of the slimy, squirming creatures crawling their way into the hem of her dress. Buzzing blowflies danced above the two. And she began to read. The air was suffocating. Good night. May you have sweet dreams. She kissed the pumpkin. Dark slime clung to her lips from the sweet goodnight smooch. The room fell into darkness, and the daughter alone, coughing and gagging into the night. Oh my God, this is crazy. Yes, ma'am. My daughter is at home too. The kids' measles have gotten pretty bad, but they should be returning to school any day now. Yes, of course. I've been homeschooling them in the meantime. What do you think I've been doing this entire time? My babies will be back when they're ready, not a day sooner. You can stop calling now. The mother was exhausted from the insistent phone calls. Just yesterday, the electric company threatened to shut down the power if the bills weren't paid. But she knew she had paid them. Ooh, father has been paying. Son's skin looked even worse today. Concerningly worse. His skin was soaked in paper towel, tearing just as easily. The mother brought out more of her makeup kit, ready to powder all the putrefaction. I'm saying that wrong. I know I am. Though unlike her previous attempts, her son's skin refused to obey. Like the silk glove, the skin slipped off, landing silently onto the ground. The ease of such a feat shocked her. Then more and more and more until he was resembling some bloated lizard emerging from his mold. With each opening, a drip of black stew like goo kept trickling down his limbs. No, 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 don't do this! She pressed her hands against him to hamper any further swallowing. In retaliation, a great sort of thick fluid spurt from the torso, accompanied by air too foul to describe. I'm not about to scream, I'm sorry. Finally, the stream of bodily delinquents came to rest. The child in front of her was partially deflated, sagging any further into a sulk seat. This wasn't good. Why wouldn't her husband take their child to the hospital? Why didn't you do this in the first place? The mother was damn near ready to herself, but she knew the jostling from the trip would make things worse. Even the lightest touch of her hands was not safe anymore. Tears welled in her eyes. What more could she do? On the contrary, the son's face was twisted into some relieved grin. The tired woman looked down. Her dress hem was dyed in the assortment of dark fluid, touching her dress only further coated in her hands in the mucus. After the mother spent the rest of the day cleaning the mess, she bathed and went to bed. If she not finally buried the body? Anytime the daughter's room was unlocked, it was to slip in food. The timing was irregular, making it difficult to calculate when she could escape. She could hardly eat the food anyway. Not one meal passed without wiggling maggot or holding it aside. Being trapped in the festering room made her entire body itch. She needs to escape through that window. She brushed off a hungry fly crawling on her arm. Their usual food source had been relocated to the living room for several days now, but there were more that had to bother her. The daughter remembered Job, a figure from the Bible. Job! Did I say Job? Wow. Job, a figure from the Bible. Despite all of the sufferings and adversity. Oh my God, did I say adversary? He was given. He never gave up hope. He was rewarded in the end. She can make it through this. One power the daughter had over her mother was retaining her wits. Good moves. police are here. Take her to jail. The mother glanced at the room behind her. Hide them and make sure the police don't hear the children. Good afternoon, officers. What business do you have here? Excuse me, ma'am. We called here today because of smell complaint. One of your neighbors isn't happy. Yes, sir. Everything's alright. We've been having all sorts of pest problems. Doing everything we can to clean them out. Insects in the pantry, raccoons in the walls, and all the living room nightmare. Phew, I sure can smell it. Ooh. Do you have any stinky cheese factory hidden in there? The three awkwardly chuckled. The caller was also mentioned that your son hasn't been seen in a while. Yes, it's been a case of measles. I'm afraid it hasn't been improving as quickly as I hoped. I've been so weary, everything seems to be piling up. My husband keeps saying he doesn't have time to help, but he's always working. The mother wiped her eyes and opposingly lowered their hats to their chest. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. We won't bother you anymore. Best wishes for your son getting better. Thank you. You're too kind. I'll be sure to tell him. The daughter's mouth was gagged with the old sock behind her. Her father was tying her arms with rope. The man had little idea how to do it and was trying to barbarically force the limbs into a position they shouldn't go. Your mother cares about us. You know that, don't you? You can see how much she loves your brother. She'll come around and then we can go back and be in family. Why did her father keep listening to that monster? The daughter let out a muffled wail. Finally, the man turned to stare at her. Instead of a cold glare, he looked pain and heartbreak. He placed what might have been a loving hand on her shoulder, but it seemed too lost to tell. He was scary. Yes, that's it. She was his child, remember? Surely he realized what he was doing to her. Any trace of empathy vanished when he heard the returning high heels of the mother. What took you so long? Come with me to the entrance. Dang, bro. Her arms were bright red from struggling against the rope. No, don't leave her! On the opposite side of the room, the son's entire body was mocking her. A large section of hand, ligament, and muscle dribbled onto the wheelchair seat. Eventually, the police drove away. Parents did not return to unwind her. Was it because they forgot, or did they know she would attempt to escape again? Dang, how freaking long is this game? Try. Hey, 7 minutes. Both the mother and father were staring at the black limb on the floor. It was soft and delicate, like wet tissue paper. Likewise, the child was rapidly falling apart, his mushy pumpkin head barely attached to the neck. I thought after receiving his new head, he would be recovering, but every day he gets worse and worse. What's wrong? What should we do? Bury him. That's it. What if we replaced the body too? His body wasn't compatible with the head. So we should find a new body, that is. The neighbor's son, they're the same age. Bring the child here tonight and don't keep me waiting. Our son needs his body more than their brat does. Oh! This is going crazy! No! The child screaming in the basement answered her question. Would she be next? The daughter did the only thing she could think of. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. Footsteps grew close to her bedroom. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners. Your mother wants to see you. No. No!
Pause! What is that?
This is crazy! There was an uninvited person in the basement and he was dead. He was fresh and the pumpkin on his head, he was even fresher. Her parents really did kill someone. In the corner, her brother's body was callously cast aside. Look, darling, look, your brother is all better now. Aren't you happy? We don't have to worry anymore. The mother stepped towards the daughter, completely drenched in blood. The daughter wanted to bark, but the father held her still, unable to run away from her maniacal, I'm not gonna try to say that word. I'm so glad you agree. Things will finally go back to normal. Don't forget, you'll have school tomorrow. You can take your brother with you. She was prancing around the wheelchair, beyond proud of her newest work. The daughter knew that within a month the body would finish rotting and all torment would begin anew. While the mother spoke, the new corpse was already turning pale. I was so busy preparing for today that I completely forgot about dinner. It may be the middle of the night, but how about we have ourselves a celebratory meal fit for a whole family? The police? And this soon? You absolutely good-for-nothing husband? You should have done it myself. I should have done it myself. Hold the phone. The police? And this soon? You absolutely good-for-nothing husband. I should have done it myself. The father simply bowed his head. You've always been so oifish, and thanks to you, you've now ruined it all for us all. Do not let them down here or they'll take our son away from us. The parents were distracted. Now was her chance. As hard as she could, the daughter bit down on her father's hand. Drawing deep blood, he jumped back and the girls burst from his arms, beelined up the street, up the stairs. Come on, good moves. You better rethink that right now. The mother had her butcher knife around the other child's neck. If you leave us, I'll kill him. You wouldn't want to be responsible for the brother's death again, would you? That would make Mommy very sad. I'm not afraid to do it. Don't take another step. For a split second, the daughter almost pitied her mother. Throughout this entire month, the mother kept denying and making excuses, completely delusional that nothing was wrong with her child. Even now, she was treating this decapitated corpse like it was a hostage with value. Huh? What's that, Daddy? You want me to kill her instead? What is that? What? That does make sense. I've always loved you more anyway. The older woman faced the daughter, her knife always poised for attack. She wasn't kidding. Sweetheart, listen to your mother. Come down the stairs right now. You've already caused enough trouble. Ooh. The daughter was so close to escaping, but her legs refused to move. Gloria. Her heart was ready to burst out of the chest, and she would know that voice anywhere. Brother? In the corner of the room, a figure turned. Its pitiful head to face her. But how? He was supposed to be dead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. I'm sorry everything turned out this way. It wasn't your fault. Gloria, you need to run now. And with those last words, his body collapsed back on the floor, bursting into the blackened sludge. Now he was truly gone. That closure was just what she needed. With no more time to spare, the daughter grit her teeth and sprinted up the rest of the stairs. Out of the house, she barreled and into the police's arms, the mother howling and already far in the distance. Hey, be careful. That's a child. Are you hurt? What is your name? It had been so long since the last time she touched a warm human being. Her resilience was finally rewarded. Don't worry, young lady. We'll take care of this. You're safe now. You covered the seeds with dirt. Sprinkle some water every so often, and they'll be ripe for picking in October. Wow, that's so cool. What's the biggest pumpkin you've ever grown? Hard to say. Maybe the size of our car? No way, Daddy. You're such a liar. The father chuckled. Ha ha ha. But I have run the blue ribbon at the state fair before. You should have seen the look on your mother's face. Having fun out there? Yes. Daddy is showing us how to grow crops. Dinner is on the table. You three better hurry or it'll get cold. Last one is a rotten egg. Wait up! You had a head start. Daddy, why are you running too? Your legs are longer. It's not fair. Dang, bro. So he's been alive this whole time? Okay, maybe he was a ghost. The mother put up a valiant struggle in staying with her deceased victims, but she was eventually dragged away, kicking and screaming. Ultimately, she was institutionalized. Father was charged with kidnapping and shortly afterwards committed suicide in prison. No one would mourn his death. With no family left to claim guardianship. With no family left to claim guardianship over the daughter, she was simply skipped to the nearest orphanage. Shipped. For the longest time, this tragedy became talk of town. Who could have known that the quiet but kind-hearted family were host to monsters? It was rather lonesome in the orphanage. No matter how many times the daughter bathed herself, fellow children constantly remarked about her repugnant smell. She couldn't tell if it was because they were mocking, or if the girl truly never washed away the scent of the death of her house. Oh, you poor child. I can't begin to imagine your pain. Don't worry, we'll find a good family to take care of you. At least the nuns were kind enough to ignore her smell. She was able to make friends with one of the older nuns, who was well known throughout the place for her baking skills. I baked a nice pumpkin pie today. Would you like a piece? Eek! Shoo, you silly fly! This pie is not for you. I'm sorry, they're such a nuisance. The flies have been unusually bold recently, and I don't know why. If you would like, I can cut another slice of pie for you. Toss it, please. I'm not hungry. Are you sure? I'm begging you. I can't bear to look at it anymore. As you wish, my dear.
Ricey K, the Raisin Man.